Hello again from Central Virginia. It is now March, and it is now time to get these blackberry vines under control and pruned. These are vines that my father had actually planted many years ago, and in the last couple of years of his life, he wasn't really taking care of them, and then they just got completely overgrown. So I have been rehabbing them, and they have been incredibly productive. But it's really important to prune your blackberry vines or any vine because it will definitely take over the universe if you can see all of this. Let me just show you the full range. Now, I should have sharpened up my clippers, but I didn't. So it's going to be a little tough go on this one. Otis is out here today enjoying the sunshine. All right, here is the bramble of vines, and you can see they're growing in all different directions. This one is actually about to plant itself into the ground. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to be trimming out. This was a vine that grew new last year and bore fruit last year. And they're brown. They die back. Now I've cut some of them back, but not all of them. Looking in this jungle, you'll see this one just looks dead. And it is. It has done its job. It has produced fruit. In fact, I didn't pick all the berries. These are the leftovers. And I'm going to just cut that off all the way at the bottom. You can see where previous year's growth was cut off before. So I will leave this one growing out and this one growing out, but I've got to tame this jungle. Trimming up these lateral shoots till they have about maybe 12 inches of growth on them. And they will grow like crazy as we go. The tall canes that are coming up, I'm going to keep at about 4 feet high. That's something like this that's coming all the way up and over from the other side. So I'll be trimming those way, way, way back. But you can see the jumble. It goes on both sides of this fence, and I am going to tackle it. The best time to trim your vines is about now. This is late winter, and the vines are still dormant, but they're going to start to bud out at any moment. Oh boy, how do I begin with this? Well, I'm seeing a big central cane that's coming up here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it about here. Start with that one and then see what we get rid of there. There we go. See how much they grow in a year. Now this one has already planted itself in the ground. It's also going backwards. Oh goodness. It's quite a bramble, but you got to make the first cut somewhere. And that's just what I'm going to do. Let me show you what happens when they grow long. They'll actually root themselves and start a new plant. I'll show you. See this one? It has actually planted itself in two places, here and there. So what? Now you can actually dig up those roots, cut the plant, and plant them if you want to start a new patch. That's what I did last year. See, I could go and actually plant this, which I may do somewhere else. All right, that's a lateral. So I'm going to let that lateral go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buds. I'll cut it right there. This lateral I'm going to cut pretty far back. Two, three, four, 5. This thing is growing in the wrong direction, so it's all going to come off. I don't need this planting itself into my vegetable garden. Now, where is this coming from? That one has planted itself. Pull that up, cut it off, stick it in water, and go plant it. See, this one definitely has to go way back. This is coming out from the ground, I think. Yeah, that's coming out from the ground, so I'm going to cut that one back to about 4 feet high. All right, this one's going the wrong direction. Don't be scared to cut back. Cutting back is really, really important. You're going to get better fruit and more hardy growth. And the plant will put its energy into making fruit, not making more vine. Heavens knows we don't need more vine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cut it there. Okay, take a look at this. These are the bud places. This is where it's going to send out a shoot and buds. And this is a fruiting stem. So you can see where the plant is already starting to try to, push its growth out. Once they start growing, they really take off. What's happening here? All right, that one is rooted and it's coming up. So it's rooted in the ground over here. It's also coming off of that stem. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one to become a new fruiting vine. I'll leave that one. Well, this is the tamed beast. Now what I'll need to do is tie up the vines so they're growing against the fence and not into the garden. These guys that are leaning over this way, I'm going to really need to tie up back, or else they'll plant themselves right in the garden. So, but that's for another day. At least I got everything pruned before they started budding. If you like gardening and you like cooking what you grow, this channel might be for you. So join me. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.